Hello, Cancer. Welcome to your reading. This is going to be for the month of December. We're going to look at areas like job, career, finances, money. We'll look into relationships, partnerships, possibly love and romance. And we'll also look into the area of things you might not see coming. Thank you so much for joining me. You're very welcome here. My name is Cosmic Christy, and this is the Cosmic Circus Tarot. Again, this reading is for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, whatever floats your boat. All right, getting on into this. So for career, money, or job stuff, the first card that came up is this little white flag of surrender. So remember, we're not giving up, we're not giving in, we're just choosing not to fight, not to struggle, just to accept what's ever happening. We have the Two of Swords here, which is a card of being blocked off, being closed off. Sometimes we don't see things when the Two of Swords is here. The need for neutrality or being impartial. She is a lower echoing of the Justice card. And with that, we have the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. So I almost feel like you need to surrender your need for control. Because in the end, control is an illusion. Nobody's really in control of anything. Like, the only constant in this world is change. So the more that you're trying to hold on to something or stop it from happening or refuse to see it, just the more that you're going to cause not only yourself, but possibly anybody else involved, a little bit of pain, heartache, or at the very least, just some unnecessary time wasted. So being open to whatever is happening, accepting and being honest about it. We have the Nine of Wands there, which means that, nines are usually about attainment, about standing on one's own. This I feel like is a good indicator that you're near the end, but you still are going to have to soldier on. You have to kind of power through, but you have more than enough willpower, stamina, fill in the blank, whatever it is that you need, you have plenty of it, but you do still have a ways to go. Again, I feel like this is just really a need to really surrender your need to be in control of something, or also just the need to always know what's happening next. Because again, that's an illusion anyway. I mean, plans can change literally up until the moment before something happens. So even just the fact I knew that was coming. It still could have changed and a new thing could have been replaced. It gave you some sort of peace of mind for you to think that you knew what was coming. The World. It's going to come to completion. Everything's going to be wrapped up with a pretty little bow eventually. But again, you're not going to be able to rush it. You're not going to have any sort of foresight about it. I feel like, if you were to ask tarot about it, you would just get a lot of, mixed messages. It's not something that you're going to be able to control or see the future in. It's just something that's going to have to just play itself out. And the easier, and again, the more that you just accept and surrender, the better off you're going to be. Okie doke. Moving on. So for relationships, partnerships, we have a little card that says, clean your pot. Something needs cleaning up. And we've got the Queen of Cups and the Six of Cups. Queen of Cups is the queen of the water, and the water is the emotion. The Six of Cups is Venus in Scorpio. It is usually a card of nostalgia, a card about the past. Um, this is telling me that perhaps with this, the cleaning of the pot, like you either need to like clean up your emotions regarding something that happened in the past. You need to let something go. If you see the Queen of Cups, she's got that very ornate little cup that she is very intently staring at. She's the only person in the cups. She's the only cups card that has that any of the cup that doesn't look like anybody else's. And it's got that, it's kind of like like the cup is closed off. It almost looks more like an urn than a cup. And so like I see that there's something that like you have not let go. You haven't let gone of this thing yet. And it is causing a lot of issues. This could be something very, very deep from the past, possibly even like some childhood, inner child work that needs to be done. But it's definitely, it seems to be affecting relationships we're having in the present. We have the Hierophant. The Hierophant is generally, I mean, he is, he is the religious leader of like the status quo. So, he is organized religion. This card is often associated with marriage. Is there, a trigger warning possibly? Like, I don't know. Is there any, if your parents are divorced, is there any type of inner child work that needs to be done there? It sounds wild as an adult, but like it is not uncommon for children of divorce to blame themselves, like for some weird reason, oh, if I was just a better behaved kid, they wouldn't have got divorced. So, I don't know if maybe you're experiencing anything like that. This also could have to do perhaps maybe if you are somehow going through a divorce. I don't know. I'm very drawn to the fact that the Queen of Cups has 3 little babies on her throne here, and there are 2 children in the Six of Cups. Not a lot of children in the tarot cards, so the fact that they have shown up here, maybe you need to talk to if you are divorced, maybe you even if you got divorced 20 years ago and your children are adult children, I don't know, maybe they need to share something with you about that situation. The Chariot, I do feel like whenever we clean up this past emotional unpleasantness, that it is going to help us move forward with some type of progress, either in maybe our romantic relationships, maybe, if you are, maybe this does have to do with your parents' divorce and you are married now, like you healing this situation and cleaning it up is going to help you move forward in your own marriage. Or I do see, if you're not in a relationship, perhaps maybe something from the past is really what's holding you back from being able to be in the types of romantic relationships that you would like to be in. And when we do this work, I do see with the Chariot a lot of movement forward. But first we have to clean up whatever this kind of emotional mess is. For what we don't see coming, a card called Changes is what has come out first. And what that is it's a little, it's the tree in fall letting go of his leaves so he can survive in the winter. Changes are coming your way. They are normal, healthy changes. 2 of Cups, probably some type of changes resulting in the decision regarding a relationship. 2s are usually about choices. 2 of Cups is generally seen as like a start of a relationship. Four of Swords here. I usually see the Four of Swords as like a period of inactivity. Generally speaking, kind of traditionally, it's a period of inactivity before a great period of activity, but it could also be the converse of that. Perhaps there was a lot of activity and now this is the rest after a lot of activity. So what I would say here with this is I see some type of change in a relationship. So if this was a very active relationship that was occurring and going, there could be some type of change, some type of holding pattern, not necessarily an end, because the Four of Swords is not an end, it is just a pause. Or I could also see that there are some changes, and after a period of stagnancy in some type of either a particular relationship or just stagnancy in general in relationships, maybe now there's going to be some movement after this long period of rest. Let's dig deeper. Four of Cups. So I would say emotional stagnancy. So again, however that it resonates for you, I mean, I would say that's just a further indicator. So they're definitely, whatever type of relationship you are or aren't in, if a relationship has been very on, it could be experiencing some hold up, some slow up. A four is about a period of, again, stagnation or just holding. It's not an ending. It's a holding. It's a pause. Or like I said, I see more of it is perhaps some changes are occurring, especially after you do this emotional work. The changes will occur, and after this period of stagnation or holding in a relationship, either the relationship will develop, or if you haven't been in any type of relationships, there will be relationships coming in for you. But I really do see surrendering, cleaning up the emotional messes of your life are really going to bring positive changes in your relationships in general. All right, Cancer, let's get some advice from the moon. Full moon in Gemini. The answers you need are coming. So Cancer, we have a full moon in Gemini on December 15th. It seems like the answers that you need will be coming to you. I hope that this resonated. If something does happen on the 15th and you remember it, please come back and let me know in the reading. I'd love to know. If you could be so kind, maybe to throw a like or maybe even a subscribe if you're still here. Thank you for joining me. Have a beautiful December.